So again, I'm explaining about the transmission of shares. So in the case of death of a shareholder, in the case of shareholder declares unsound mind, lunatic conditions, and in the case of insane mind, in that case, or if he or she declared insolvent by the court of law, in that case, his or her share will be automatically transferred to the nominee shareholder. And if there is no nominee, in that case, legal, that is a note in this, there's a note in this, if there is no nominee, then in that case, legal representative become the owner of the shares. So in the case of insolvency, the shares will be transferred to the official assignee of the transfer. Then come to the definition of members versus shareholder. So definition of member as per section 2 subsection 55 of the Companies Act 2013 defines member in the following words. There's a definition given in section 2. Section 2 subsection 55 of the Companies Act 2013, definition given of the members defines the members in the following words. Number 1, the subscribers to the memorandum of the company shall be deemed to have agreed to become members of the company. Okay, the subscribers to the memorandum of the company shall be deemed to have agreed to become members of the company, and on its registration shall be entered as members in its register of members. So these persons are called as or deemed to have the members of the company, subscribers to memorandum of the company. They are deemed to have agreed to become members of the company, and on its registration shall be entered as members in its registered of members. So they are called as the members of the company whose name is mentioned in the register of members of the company at the time of incorporation. At the time of registration of the company, their name is mentioned in the register of members of the company, and that person is called as the members of the company. And those persons who signs the memorandum session of the company, these persons are called as the members of the company. Then point number 2, every other person who agrees in writing to become member of the company, whose name is entered in its register of members, shall be a member of the company. So any other person or every other person who agrees in writing to become a member of the company and whose name is entered, whose name is mentioned, entered in the register of members, shall be entitled to be a member of the company. Meaning is that to whom he called her, this is a member of the company, she is a member of the company. Who he called, his when his or her name is mentioned in the register of members of the company, and that person to be called as the member of the company. And every person who agrees to in writing, your consent is very important. Your consent to become member of the company is very important. Without your consent, you cannot become a member of the company. There should not be any pressurized element on you, compulsion element on you, influential element on you to become a member of the company. It is up to your wish, up to your intention. You want to, if you wish to become, it must be mentioned in writing. uh, who agrees means you should agree to terms and conditions of a member of the company. If you agree with the terms and conditions of the members of the company, then you must sign in writing that I agree with all the terms and conditions to become a member of the company. Then only you can become a member of the company, and your name must be in the register of members of the company, then you can become. So every other person who agrees in writing to become a member of the company and whose name will enter in the register of the members of the company, and that person can be a member of the company. And there's a famous case in this India 1995. The name of the case is Hardilia Unimers Limited versus Renu Jain, and the year of the case is 1995. Two parties involved in this case. One is Hardelia Unimers Limited, and another one is Renu Jain Uh, uh, Another party is Renuji. And the year of the case is 1995. It was held at the moment the shares were allotted and share certificate signed and the name entered in the register of members. The allottee become the shareholder irrespective of the allottee receiving these shares or not. This is a judgment of the case. This is a conclusion of the case or final result of the case at the if the shares were allotted and share certificate signed and name is entered in the register of members. The After your name is mentioned, the members automatically become the shareholder irrespective of the shares you receive these shares or not. That is a judgment of this case. Two parties involved in this case. One is Hardelia Universe Limited, and another one is Renu Jain. Renu Jain. Uh, the two parties involved in this case. Another is the member versus shareholder. In the normal usage, the two terms, member and shareholder. Normally, we use two terms, the members and shareholders, and we use these two terms synonymously, interchangeably. We use these two terms, but legally, there's a difference between the two. A shareholder is a person who holds or owns the shares in a company. Okay, this is a shareholder is a person who holds or owns the shares in the company, whereas member is one whose name is recorded in the register of members. Okay, that is a difference. The shareholder is a person who have a shares in the company, who have a who are the shareholder of the company up to the extent of their shares capital in which he or she subscribed into the company. Uh, uh, so he is the owner up to the extent of their contribution into the company in the form of number of shares which he or she purchases into the company. Whereas member is one whose name is recorded in the register of members. Your name is in the register of members, then only you can say that I am the member of the company. In some cases, a person may be a member but not a shareholder. That is possible. You are the member of the company as a signing authority subscribers to memorandum, but maybe you're not a shareholder of the company. So, you are a member but not a shareholder. That is a possibility is there. Or he may be a shareholder but not a member. That is also a possibility. But meaning is that you are the shareholder of the company, but you are not a member of the company. Okay, so there are certain difference between the shareholders and the members of the company, but sometimes we use these terms interchangeably. We use these terms simultaneously. Uh, Similarly, we use these two terms. Sometimes we call it as member, sometimes we call it as shareholder, but there is some uh, difference between these two terms. Shareholder may be a member may be a shareholder of the company. That may be the case or may not be the case. Following are the main points of difference. Company limited by currently having no share capital will have only members but no shareholders. Okay, because the company limited by currently having no share capital, so no share capital means no shareholders, but company having members because who have given a guarantee to contribute at the time of winding up of the company or dissolution of the company. So they are the guarantors to the company. So they are the members of the company. Their name is mentioned in the register of members of the company, but they are not the shareholders of the company. They are the members of the company because company limited by currently not having share capital. So shareholders holding the amount of shares in the share capital of the company, holding number of shares into the share capital of the company, and not in the case of guarantee, guarantors are there. So guarantors they are giving guarantees at the time of winding of the company or dissolution of the company. Then member versus shareholder. When a person transfers shares, he ceases to be a holder of those shares, but continues to be the member of the company. Okay, When a person transfers shares, he ceases to be a holder of those shares, but continues to be a member of the company until his name is replaced by the name of the transferee. To whom you transfer a share, he or she is called as the transferee. Unless until your name is removed or replaced by the name of the transferee, till that time you continue to be as the member of the company, but you ceases to be the holder of the share certificate or share warrant. But you continue to be a member of the company till the time your name is replaced by the transferee. Third point in this, the legal representative or the deceased member becomes shareholders immediately on the death of the member. So, in the case of death of the member, if the name or nominee is not mentioned in your share certificate or share warrant, in that case, the legal representative or the deceased member, if name is mentioned, become the shareholders immediately on the death of the member, but they do not become members until their names are entered in the register of members. Okay, in that case, you become the shareholder of the company, but you only become member when your name is mentioned, when your name is registered in the register of members of the company. Then you become the member. Otherwise, you are made a shareholder of the company by having this much of shares into the company because of the death of your member, and you become the legal representative of your deceased member. Then you immediately become the shareholder of the company, but not the member of the company until unless until your name is registered in the register of members of the company. So next point number 4 is a person whose share are forfeited or has surrendered his share to the company may be held liable as a member to contribute to the assets of the company. So whose shares are forfeited and who has surrendered his share to the company may be held liable as a member to contribute to the assets of the company in the case of winding up of the company within 12 months of his ceasing to be a member. Meaning is that unless until your name is mentioned in register of members, you are the member of the company, and it is your duty and responsibility to pay out the dues of the firm up to the extent as you are liable for that to be contributed in the event of the winding up of the company. Unless until your share is forfeited, still you are entitled to pay within 12 months of his ceasing to be a member. So you are no longer the shareholder of the company, but you are the member of the company. Then member versus shareholder. In Kedarnath Agarwal versus J Engineering Works Limited, it was held that a member may be a shareholder, but a shareholder may not be a member. Okay, it takes time to get a membership of the company. It takes time to get your name registered in the list of members of the company. So it was held that a member may be a shareholder, may not be a shareholder, but a shareholder uh, may not be a member. From the above discussion, it should be clear to you that it's a case, it's a famous case. Two parties involved in that case, Kedarnath Agarwal versus J Engineering Works Limited. And it was a judgment of the case. The result of the case is that member may be a shareholder, but a shareholder may not be a member. From the above discussion of the case, it should be clearly that person holding shares of the company or shareholders of the company, a member are person who constitute the company as corporate entity, and their name is mentioned in the subscribers to memorandum of the company, founder members of the company. So they may or may not be the shareholder of the company, but they are the members of the company. So their name is entered into the register of members. So on that basis, there are two prerequisites for a person to become a member of a company. Number one is the agreement in writing to take shares of the company. There must be agreement in writing that you wish to be a shareholder of the company, and that is your consent to be a shareholder of the company, and your name must be in the register of members. Uh, then you become a member of the company. The agreement entitled to take a share of the company, that makes you a shareholder of the company. And on that basis, you become the member of the company after registration of your name in the register of members. So as a person, you may also become a member of the company through the depository system. Thank you.